Really quickly before we get started, can anybody explain to me how Zion's not a rookie this year? Like, what are the qualifications to be a rookie? He only played like 20 something games last year, and he placed in the rookie of the year voting, and I get that, but like some players don't play a ton of games in their first season, and then they can be a rookie the following year. Does anybody know the rules on that? Anyway, with that said, what's up, fellas? Hope you guys are enjoying your day so far. In today's video, we're going to be talking about Zion Williamson and the fact that for whatever reason, other than of course in this video, nobody's really talking about this guy. Zion is having a fantastic start to the season, and it's kind of odd that nobody is bringing it up. So that's what we're going to be talking about in today's video. Really quickly before we get started, what's up? My name is Tucker if you guys are new here. And I actually went ahead and just hired an intern to kind of read the rest of the intro here, so he's going to take it from here. If you're looking for a place for consistent NBA content, then this is a great place to be. Videos twice a day, every single day on this channel. So if that's something you're looking for, then be sure to sub. You can also like the video as well, and you can check out the various socials. They're in a link tree down in the description below. With all those things said, let's go and get started with the video. And that is what we call outsourcing. Okay, now we're going to go and begin with the video. So Zion Williamson. Nobody, for whatever reason, is talking about Zion. And like, there's some chatter about the Pelicans, possibility of trading Lonzo, possibility of trading JJ Redick. Everybody realizes now that Brandon Ingram is having a really, really good season and is an all NBA caliber player. But for whatever reason, Zion just does not come up into the conversation. And I'm not really sure why. Let's go through some stats really, really quickly. So one of the things that people don't like about Zion is his availability and his durability, of course. Only playing 20-something games as a rookie, the constant, fitness issues that he's had, injury issues that he's had. Yeah, Zion's only missed one game the entire season so far. He's played in 16 games at the time of recording this video. He's scored 30-plus points in 4 different games. He's got 6 different double-doubles. He's shooting like 58% from the field, averaging almost 24 points per game, 7.5 rebounds, scores pretty much everything in the paint at the free throw line. Has not developed his game to the point where he's, consistent knocking down jumpers or anything, but that arguably makes it even more impressive that his scoring numbers are as good as they are, because he doesn't have the ability to knock down three-point shots as well to raise that scoring average. And pretty much every single stat that matters has improved from last season. And on offense, if Zion has the ball and he gets to his left hand driving to the rim, just go and start jogging back on defense, because he's going to make it. And he's unstoppable when he gets to his left hand and starts driving to the rim. Now, the question at this point is, why is nobody talking about Zion Williamson? Why are we not having this conversation about this guy that was so hyped up before the beginning of last season? And now as he's having a really good year as a second-year player, everybody's like, it's just Zion. Nobody really cares. Well, I have a couple of theories on this. One, his team is not great, and they're not defending very well either. So it's one of those things where, like, okay, you might see the stats pop up and be like, wow, Zion's having a good year, but he's not defending super well. Neither is Brandon Ingram. The team as a whole is not defending super well. And it's kind of like, well, these are empty stats. They're not winning games. If the Pelicans record was reversed and they were above 500, I'm sure the conversation about the Pelicans would be centered a lot around, wow, Zion looks good. Brandon Ingram looks really good. But quite simply, if you're not winning, nobody really cares. And I think to an extent that's fair, but it's going to be tough for the Pelicans to win games here moving forward in the post-Anthony Davis era for a couple more years here. I mean, these guys are still super, super young. I mean, they have Eric Bledsoe and Steven Adams, but like in terms of the core of their team, like it's going to take them a little bit, for these guys to really develop. I think one of the other things as well is it's very scoring centric for Zion right now. I mean, the scoring average and the rebounds are great, but the assists are not super high, and he actually averages more turnovers per game than assists. So I think a lot of people look at that and are thinking, well, this guy's just scoring. He's not really impacting the game in any other way. So why should we be excited about this? And then Brandon Ingram's, emergence as a really, really good player, I think, has overshadowed Zion a bit. And that also extends to, Ja Morant kind of taking over within that rookie class because Zion was hurt, and being, the number one guy within that rookie class, also overshadowing Zion. And there's new rookies now. We're excited about James Wiseman, Anthony Edwards, LaMelo Ball, Tyrese Halliburton, whoever. And all of those things collectively have kind of overshadowed the significant hype that Zion brought with him into the NBA, to the point where even though his statistics look really good this season, nobody really cares. Now, to get to some of those numbers, yes, he needs to improve some things, of course. The jump shot needs to improve in order for him to be like a star or superstar long-term. Like he can't just be, Julius Randle with no three-point shot, but a better athlete. Like he can't just be getting to his left hand, getting to the rim, getting to the free throw line, and expect to have a lot of success throughout his career. He has to learn how to, make an occasional jump shot, improve the free throw percentage as well, which is around, 67%, which is a good indicator of someone that certainly needs to improve their overall form and comfort level as a jump shooter. And I do think that Zion is a good passer, something he's shown in college. I think you can see flashes of it in the NBA, but it's just a little bit tough right now with kind of figuring out what position he is to really put him in a good position to, be a good passer and to use that skill. And because the jump shot isn't there right now, whenever he wants to go and score, he kind of just has to run people over or drive by them. And that can result in a lot of turnovers. It's not like he's turning the ball over 5 times a game, but 2.5 turnovers per game when you're, producing around 2 assists per game. None of those are great numbers, and he certainly needs to improve there, being more efficient, but also just, showcasing that passing ability a little bit. He doesn't have the ball in his hands a ton, because, Bledsoe and Ingram and all these other guys they have on the roster kind of, need the basketball as well. So they're still trying to figure out, what exactly their rhythm is going to be there. But at the end of the day, I mean, this guy's 20 years old. He's healthy. He's an incredible athlete. He's having a great season. He's awesome to watch. And there's no conversation being had about Zion. There's no hype around Zion. And I just find that a bit odd. And that's kind of what I wanted to bring to light here. I'm interested to see what you guys have to say, what you think about Zion's start to the year this year. Do you think it's anything that people should be paying attention to? Do you think it's all just hype? Do you think it's all just empty numbers? Because I think that, it's only a difference of a handful of games. If the Pelicans record, was a few games above 500, there would be a lot more conversations being had about this team. And of course, long term for the Pelicans, they have to be better defensively. They've got 2 of the better defenders at their respective positions, in the league and certainly in the West, and Steven Adams and Eric Bledsoe. They've had rough moments, of course, but they've got, a really good perimeter guy and a really good rim guy. And it's kind of like, why are they still not defending well? Well, it's got to be some of the in-between pieces here, right? It's got to be Zion, it's got to be Brandon Ingram. And they are still very, very young, and they will still figure it out. And I think that's something to certainly keep in mind with both of these guys, but especially Zion, as people came into this Zion experience with such high expectations, and the hype was just out of control. And, once he didn't meet those things immediately and, didn't have an overall impact on winning, didn't start carrying his team to wins, I think that hype kind of died down and people realized, well, maybe he's not going to be, a superstar in year 2. Maybe he's not going to have that Luka trajectory of being like an MVP candidate in his second or his third season. And, that hype kind of has gone against Zion. But honestly, it's not the end of the world, I don't think, that people aren't really talking about Zion, because I think one of the better things that can happen to him here is that hype does die down, and that he can just kind of focus on him and not focus on, everybody else's expectations and what other people think that he should be doing, and just focus on continuing to improve as a player, improve his jump shot, improve his free throws, improve as a playmaker, and start putting in effort defensively, because there's legitimately no excuse for him from an athleticism standpoint for being bad defensively. Positionally and where to be in the NBA is going to take him a while. And he still played less than 50 NBA regular season games, right? So it's going to take some time to just be in the right spots. But from an effort standpoint, assuming he has the energy and is not fatigued and exhausted, he should be at worst case an average defender, simply because of his ability to make plays at the rim, to get into passing lanes, to get steals, things like that. And then everything else can be taught. And ideally, the Pelicans have brought in the correct coach and have a coaching staff around everybody that helps them improve moving forward. Because that will be, the biggest thing for this team is they can have all these picks and they can make star trades and they can do this or that. But if Zion and Ingram do not become great all-around players, it's going to be tough for them to be anything significant over the next couple of seasons, because those 2 guys, you can talk about all the draft picks and stuff, but those 2 guys are ideally what you're getting out of a really strong draft class, and you have a really high pick. Ingram and Zion Williamson are the guys you would hope to get in that scenario, and they've already got 2 of them, so they need to improve and not just be all offense. They need to focus on being well-rounded players, and I have faith that eventually they're going to be able to do that. But this video just basically serves as a, hey, by the way, pay attention, because Zion Williamson is a really, really good basketball player. He's having an awesome season from a statistical perspective, and if the Pelicans can start winning games and be around or a little bit above 500, I think you'll start to see a lot more conversations as we get towards the middle and the back half of the season, assuming that he stays healthy, about the fact that Zion is having a really, really good second season. I think, depending on how everything works out at the end of the year, you know, we could be going into year 3 of Zion having some sky high expectations again for him. And again, he seems kind of forgotten. It seems a little bit odd. But with all those things said, that is going to be the end of the second video today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, let me know down in the comment section below. Leave a like rating on the video as well. And as I said, or as my intern, said in the beginning, sub, like, socials, all that good stuff. I would really appreciate it. With all those things said, hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you all next time.